Welcome back, everyone. We are here at RLA right here in Las Vegas with the one and only John O'Brien from Reverse Gear. You may have seen him before in some of the interviews from Amsterdam. We have him here in Vegas, quite the global man. How are you doing today?
Very good, thanks, Madison. Very good indeed.
You here?
Yes.
So you're quite global, I see.
I do travel quite a bit.
Yeah, and how's that been going for you?
That's very well, actually. I mean, now COVID's over, things are beginning back to normal. Today, I think we've probably got 1,000 people here, I'm guessing, from all over the world, and it's a fantastic place to meet up people and network and do things together and find out what's going on. And I would say that probably, without a doubt, it's not a plug, but it's the one thing, one exhibition, one trade show, one event in the world that focuses in on returns management, reverse logistics, and all the associated connections with it. So it's a great place to meet people and network.
The coffee's pretty good too.
I was actually saying that this morning.
Yeah,
I did say that.
It's pretty
it is good.
It really is.
And actually the food is very good overall, so yes.
They're taking care of us well here, folks.
Yeah, they do.
You know.
Very, very good.
Tell us a little bit about Reverse Gear, what your role is with Reverse Gear, and what Reverse Gear does.
So for those that don't know me,
all three people out there.
Yeah, we've been in business about 20 years. We grew out of the .com environment, but our history is mostly logistics, and we started focusing on returns management about the same time. So in terms of the .com and the booming evolvement of e-commerce, especially in the last 10 years, you can see that this has become huge worldwide. And so we concentrate mostly on sustainability, value for business. What I can say is we're not a label printer. Okay, we print labels, of course, but we are a global returns management company. So we do the customs, we do the logistics, all integrated into one platform. So it's a one-stop shop, go everywhere, anywhere in the world, Australia, China, we even do the Ukraine, Middle East, Europe, North America.
One platform to rule them all.
Yeah, we're technology driven,
yes.
So all of our systems are that based, especially the custom side.
So what's your aim other than the coffee to be here? What goes on in these walls here?
Well, I think the great advantage is that you're meeting your peer group. These are people that are looking for or offering the type of returns management that they're desperate for. And you can see it on some of the sites here that the demand for return solutions, whether it's just to return the package, also the resale, the sustainability, the packaging, the data, all of these things fall into the same category. And it really is the catalyst to which everything else comes from. So you can't be successful in e-commerce if you don't have a returns option, whether it's domestic or international. But if you want to do international, there are very few players, and we're one of the few.
Good to have you here. Really
Yes.
good to have you here. What are some of the challenges? I mean, obviously there's continual challenges that our industry face. Is there anything that's really pressing 2023, something that's at the front of everyone's mind that you're kind of diving into and finding some workarounds?
Yeah, I think it's a very interesting question, actually, because I think if you look around the room, everybody has a different scale of what's priority and what isn't. But I would suggest that the next stage is really about continually reducing the cost, making it efficient, sustainability. I know I keep mentioning it, we were into sustainability many, many years ago, and making that work in an environment that you're not actually dumping things in landfill or not utilizing them. So I think the focus on that is where the future is going to be. In addition to that, I think it's the emerging problem is counterfeit, making things out of nothing and then sending them back, just basically scammers that are bent on screwing you. And the technology that we have enables us to do authentication, make sure it's quality checked properly, and our system then passes on that information back to our clients so they can take necessary action.
Excellent stuff. Now, you're kind of taking us into the IT realm since we're going in that direction. Something that's actually been kind of front of mind for a lot of us is, in general, security and privacy, right? Mm-hmm. Data. It seems like the more and more we're involving various digital platforms to manage these systems, more and more personal data can get exposed in those kind of scenarios. Do you have any thoughts on that subject?
Definitely. I mean, everybody wants to keep their personal data. Most of the, if not all, of the personal data, security, credit card information, we're not a financial company. We subcontract that out, obviously, to PayPal and Visa and MasterCard, Amex and stuff. They do all of that separately to what we do. And that data is held by them, not by us. So in terms of company information as well as individual information, that's all part of our GDPR compliance factor. Especially in Europe, it's obviously a prerequisite. In some other countries it's the same, and involving everybody these days to make sure everything's secure. So yeah, it's very, very important to us.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Keeps a lot of people up at night. Let me ask you this: the benefits of refurbishing, remaking, refurbishing and kind of remade as a business model, if you will. I know we've already touched on some of that. But what do you think about the whole refurbished model in general?
I think it's fantastic. Actually, we have a company contracted in India that does a lot of refurbishment, mostly from high brands that have high quality product and materials, and we ship them down to India, where then, like a dress can be made into a skirt, a blouse or a top or a suit. Or even a cushion cover. Household items are made from these products. So there's two benefits to that. One, you're recycling and you're using the sustainability side. You've got a quality product still coming out of it, and the brands love it because you're not selling their brand cheap into the market, so it doesn't deplete the value of the brand. And this is really where we're going with sustainability. It's actually creating a whole different world, as is reverse gear and reverse logistics in general. It is a brand new environment. It's really only evolved in the last 10 years.
Excellent. Good to be here kind of as the industry moves, and we can watch it kind of from front row seat right here at RLA, as a matter of fact. We can kind of watch it unfold in front of our eyes as we are here. What's the big focus for 2024? I know that's a long way away. We're kind of still at the beginning of 2023. We're kind of coming sort of to the tail end of the return season from 2022, if you will, from the holiday season. I know it's a little ways out. What do you think?
I always thought of myself as a futuristic type of person. So in order to look at what the future is doing, we can all talk about the past, but we build on the past to create the future. And I would say, with the circular economy, the cradle to grave process, which is now actually in a circular environment, is now a cradle to cradle, where companies having to, like Dell and HP, they own the product. You buy it, but you never really own it. They actually own it. So they take it back at the end of its life, and they actually create something new from it. The same thing for fashion wear, which is the most abused product in the world, in a positive way. I mean, you can turn that around to use sustainability and technology to make it work. And I believe so going into the future, it's going to be into this IT development side to authenticate, make sure things are done right. Nothing is in landfill. Everything is ploughed back into the circular economy. There's always someone who thinks this is junk, but another person is their treasure.
For sure.
And if we take that view on it, and clients take the view on it, the potential is so much better for the human race.
For sure. Great answer. One last question. Something I like to ask a lot of our interviewees is, for anyone that's maybe watching out there that's part of a small business, perhaps a medium-sized business, maybe even a large business or perhaps enterprise, unlikely, but a business that has yet to truly commit to a returns solution and a dedicated returns department, what would you say for those people?
I mean, there was a couple of displays made up there on the screen earlier, which was very, very good. And an average retailer basically gets about 4 cents on every dollar for returns. That's it. It's amazing, but it can definitely be improved on. And we take back stock, for instance, and we resell it and we share that revenue with our clients. And also the technology is developing so fast now, we're able to predict what's coming back. So companies, especially in the fashion world, when they actually manufacture something, they should be looking at what happens when it returns. It's part of the process. So they're actually predicting, well, we're going to get 30% returns on this product, which is the average, and what are we going to do with it? Because that directly inputs into their financial status. So if you're a small, medium-sized company, if you don't offer a efficient returns program, you're going to lose a lot of money. That's for sure. Well, you're going to leave a lot of money on the table. And according to the KPMG research on returns cost, it's about the average is about 6 times what the cost is to send a product out. So if it's $10 to send something out, it's going to cost you $60 to get it back. So that's why we offer the sustainability program. So if you're shipping down to Australia, which is expensive, you keep it in Australia. So you get a remote warehouse on your system, we refurbish it, repackage it, whatever's the requirement, and we resell it for you in that region. So it never actually comes back. It stays where it is, and everybody's happy. I mean, why send a pair of shoes back costing you $60, and your cost to do that is $60, sorry, and your revenue on it is only $20? Why not just refurbish it? Usually it's a scuff mark or the sole is a bit, but it's still a new product basically, and you can always resell it as a used product, not as a final number. So everybody's a winner.
Everybody's a winner. You hear that?
Everybody's
money is
a winner,
being left on the table out there,
especially
folks.
for me. So I really recommend that you come to these association meetings because they're so valuable, and the input from so much knowledge and technology in one single place. I have to say it's the best. There is no other place.
Well said. John,
Madison,
Reverse Gear, thank you
got
so
it.
much.
Okay.
Good luck. Guys, thanks for watching.
Thank you, everybody. Cheers.
RLA.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.